Hey, what's up you guys? So today I made a cute little graduation succulent hat. So let's just get right into it. The first material you will need is like cardstock. I got mine at Hobby Lobby. It was in the scrapbooking section and it was really cheap. I got like a black velvety material, which I thought went best for a graduation hat, but if you want to do like their school colors or if they have certain patterns that they like Hobby Lobby, not sponsored, but they have a huge craft booking section where they have a ton of like this thick paper that we will be using. You can really pick any style, any pattern, any color that you want. You'll also need yellow yarn. Now this is for the tassel part, so again, if you want to go with their school colors, if you want to do their school colors are like blue and yellow, I don't know, then you can do like a yellow cap and like a blue tassel or whatever the case is. I really just went super basic with the black and the yellow. You're also going to need a ruler, also a pen. I forgot to like record that part. Then you're gonna get a little plastic bowl. Now I prefer plastic over glass because with glass the super glue doesn't catch super well. With the plastic it caught really nicely, and so keep in mind that the bowl that you get, you don't want to get it too like long, because this is going to be the part, what is it, like the main band, so you want to make sure that you don't get one too thick because then it's going to look like, I don't know, like a magician's hat. Like you want to get like a pretty decent size. I got these from the dollar store. It was like 2-for-1 pack, and I love this size, so if you end up going to like the Dollar Tree, really good option there. You also need a hot glue gun, some scissors, and some succulents. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to see how you are going to cut the cardstock. So I just put my bowl down and I put my paper facing up so I can mark it nicely. So I just marked that, and then with a ruler I measured the middle part out, and then I just measured that size. I think it was about 2 inches to each side. Now my measurements are not going to be the same as your measurements unless you get the same exact bowl. Your bowl might be longer, your bowl might be thinner, so do not go off of my measurements unless you have literally the same bowl from the Dollar Tree. Measured both sides out to make a straight line, and then I'm gonna cut that piece of paper out. Then I realized that that strip that I just made is not gonna be long enough for my bowl, so I'm gonna have to cut 2 of the exact same strip. I'm just gonna super glue those 2 strips together. And then on the bottom of the rim, kind of how I'm showing here, I'm going to super glue the bottom of the rim so the glue doesn't dry out, so I do them all in sections. Once I got to the end, I just cut off the extra remaining pieces and glued those 2 pieces together so it's not all flimsy. Once the main like part of the graduation hat, the like band part, is done, you're gonna want to put the lid on top. So with that leftover construction paper, I'm going to make like that square part. So I'm gonna flip my bowl over and I put it kind of in the middle of my leftover paper, and I'm just measuring where the bowl would meet the center from the top and bottom. Once I measured that out and I aligned my bowl exactly in the middle, now that I know my bowl is perfectly in the center from the top and bottom anyways, I'm just gonna trace my bowl out, so if I move the bowl by accident, I know where I left off on. So after I trace it, I'm gonna measure the sides the exact same length that I measured the top and bottom. I'm not sure the measurement. I'm gonna say like 2 inches, right? So I measured the top and bottom at 2 inches, so now you want to do the sides at 2 inches. You want to make sure it's a perfect square. So once I measured that out, I'm just making a straight line on both sides and cutting it up. Now that that is finished, I flip my bowl upside down to make sure that I liked the shape of the top lid part. If you think it's a little too big, you can just keep cutting it out. Just make sure it is square, make sure it's like perfect. So I like how mine came out. So now I'm going to cut the middle of it because you need it to be open. The circle, exactly. You're gonna cut
right there.
The circle right there. Good job. And so when you cut the middle of it, you're going to not cut right on the line. And this is because I made this mistake the first time. If you cut right on the line of your circle, once you put it onto the bowl, it kind of falls through because it is paper and it rips easily, blah, blah, blah. So you want to make sure that it has like a little bit left over from the line. You don't want to go all the way to the line, but you don't want to go too close. So you kind of just have to go as close as you can without going on the line. Also, when you start your initial poke to go through to like cut in without like obviously cutting through like where you need, you know, usually you would want to bend the paper and then cut it. No, you do not want to bend this paper because then your hat's going to be all funky. So you really just want to like poke through your paper, cut around that, and now you are just going to super glue along the top of the rim. And once that's super glued, you're just going to put the lid on top. So this is how the hat is going to look. And so with the tassel, you're just gonna get your yarn and you're gonna wrap it around the phone maybe about 10 times, I wanna say. So when you initially do it, you're just going to tie a little knot on the phone so it doesn't come apart, and then you're just going to wrap the phone around. Once you do that, you're going to take the string off of both sides. You want to make sure that all the string stays together though, and you're going to cut one of the ends. Once you cut one of the ends, you're going to have a small loop at the top. Now keep that loop. This part gets a little complicated, so please bear with me. So you're gonna cut another piece of the yellow string and you're going to put that under that little loop part. And then you're gonna cut another piece of the string and you're going to put that through the loop part. For the one that's under the loop, you are going to tie that as close as you can to the top, but enough for it to have that little loopy thing still. And then the top loop, I'm just making a little knot for it to kind of have a little, like, I don't know, like a little stringy thing hanging out. And I'm just gonna cut the excess off. Now with that little stringy thingy, I'm going to glue a little bit of the inside of the graduation hat. And I'm just going to put that little stringy thing inside of the graduation hat. And now I'm just going to simply plant the succulent. So after putting all the soil in and the succulents in, obviously there's gonna be dirt everywhere, and so I just grabbed a little brush that I had and sweeped it off of the lid. Another thing you can do, if you don't have like a lint roller, you can get, I use this trick a lot because of my cat. You can get like a piece of Scotch tape, any tape really, and you wrap it around your finger and then you can roll it on whatever you need the hair or the dirt off. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this DIY. As you can tell, I really like doing DIYs. Hope you guys are enjoying them. Let me know if you're into like a ghost series. I've always been really into conspiracy theories, and I've always been into like ghost things and stuff like that. So let me know if you want me to like get a crew together and we can, you know, do shit. Let me know if you guys do this DIY. I love to see like recreations, or if you guys like change some things up. Like I love to see that. So, alright, bye.